Katt Williams was talking about himself once. And Katt Williams is a crazy person, but a brilliant comedian. And he said something that I've always thought. And he's like, I'm not a fan of me. And he goes like, I don't particularly like me. It's like, that is why he's great. Because that makes you work so hard. Like, the worst thing a comedian can be in the beginning is sure of themselves and then incompetent at the same time. It's horrible. It's horrible because you're not good, but you think you're amazing. And then
Come on, son. Let's go.
I always loved Katt.
I love Katt.
So I don't know.
He did that interview. He said I wouldn't have him on. I'm like, what are you talking about? I'll have you on. Let's go.
2 times.
Anytime.
I'll have you on.
Whenever you want to come by, call me. I'll fire this place up at 3 a.m. for you. I'll wake up.
Katt Williams made it to the Joe Rogan podcast. Finally. And I wanted to share this clip where Katt Williams discussed Baphomet. Didn't even cross my mind the connection between that and Hollywood. Crazy.
Verbalonlife.
If this is your first time on the channel, go ahead and subscribe. I'm up to 1,580 subscribers. My name is Noel, battling MS. Welcome to verbalonlife. In this episode, we're going to take a look at some of the conspiracy theories that Katt Williams brought with him to Joe Rogan. And I want to know what you think. So take a look all the way to the end and comment below. So let's take a look.
Hollywood is not really there to entertain you. Like, that's great that happens. But propaganda is something that is important to all civilizations.
Well, propaganda in Hollywood movies is built into the ingredients list. It's like, if you want flour, you need wheat. Like, you're going to have to get the wheat. And if you want to be able to make movies about certain subjects, you have to be willing to work with some people. That, it would be nice if you made it so that this is what we're trying to accomplish, and this is showing the negative side of this other society, and this is and this is our hero. This is our hero who's going to go do America's bidding and go over there, and you're like, okay. And those movies are successful, and so they continue this relationship, and you become a bit of a propaganda arm for the government. And in turn, they don't fuck with you.
Right. But that's what makes information so powerful is, you don't care how people feel about the ritual. It's about, does following the ritual work? Yeah. And so you can fool yourself into thinking there isn't one, but the evidence will be clear. So like when I be like, oh, these guys are wearing dresses, everybody's like, oh, he keeps talking about people wearing dresses. No, it's not.
That is a weird thing.
It's not like that. Look at it from a different way. Look at it. Show me one person that ever wore a dress in Hollywood unsuccessfully. That's how you understand what a ritual is. So 20 years ago, I knew that transgenders was going to be a thing. It wasn't because I was a prophet. It's just I had gotten so much information that I understood that things are secular. So I understood that the earliest I had seen that word transgender was Baphomet, the transgender. And so I knew that in the ritual of Baphomet, the transgender, to show allegiance to him, you had to kiss his ass ring.
Really?
And it said both of those things. So I knew that both of those things would become popular in the future. And that somehow calling people the goat would be normalized over the sheep being always the most popular reference.
God damn, we got some good weed, Cat. Jesus Christ.
Just must be the weed
Trying
talk.
to figure out how to jump in on that.
That's crazy. I love how Katt Williams just make those connections. Like it didn't even cross my mind these rituals that Hollywood's doing with people and connecting it to Baphomet. I didn't even know who is Baphomet. Look what I found. Baphomet.
Baphomet is a demon often associated with occultism and Satanism. He is typically depicted as a goat-headed humanoid with large horns, wings, and a long tail. Baphomet is also often portrayed holding a torch and a staff, and is sometimes shown sitting on a throne or surrounded by snakes. In some interpretations, he is seen as a symbol of balance between opposing forces, representing both male and female energies. In other interpretations, Baphomet is viewed as a demonic entity with the power to grant wealth, knowledge, and other worldly desires. According to legend, Baphomet was worshipped by the Knights Templar. However, the worship of Baphomet was later deemed heretical, and the Knights Templar were accused of various crimes, including devil worship. Baphomet has since become a popular figure in various occult traditions and has been referenced in works of literature and pop culture.
You know, I would have never made that connection. So, got to give props to Katt Williams for even talking about it, because now it makes me look back at history. But let me know in the comment section what you think about this connection that he made. I mean, this all falls into conspiracy theories and bro talk, just having a conversation. But what do you think of this whole Baphomet idea? Katt Williams always dropping truth bombs. Sometimes you got to think, why is Hollywood pushing this agenda? You know? And the idea of a goat. I thought that the goat was the greatest of all time. But I guess it has a different meaning. It's related to the whole Baphomet thing. But that was just one idea discussed by Katt Williams. Here's a different idea that he discussed. Like, why are we giving illegal migrants so much stuff?
What do you mean the immigrants are getting a check and we're putting them up in places that what? You mean in the homeless people's face?
Right in the homeless people's faces.
Like,
right?
let us show you what we could have done.
Right.
Wow.
Crazy.
That's not okay as a society.
No. Well, did you see the scam that they were trying to do in New York City? Where they were trying to give them debit cards with $10,000, but there's people getting cuts all along the way.
That wasn't a scam. That was business that got uncovered.
Yeah.
And I'll prove it to you. When you go to, like, if you go to jail in New York, everybody goes to Rikers Island. So I was in Rikers Island. So if you got money on you when you go in, they give you a card when you leaving. And it's got money on it. Your amount. Like, systems are the system. Like, right.
Yeah. There's a lot of money being made.
Yeah.
A lot of money being tossed around the system. And if you have a thing like an open immigration policy, for sure, someone's figuring out how to profit off that. Someone's figuring out something about that.
No, you're looking at it the wrong way. There is no one who isn't profiting.
Everyone's profiting.
I'm saying, how ridiculous is it for you to think you have the greatest country in the world and then it not be a big deal to get there?
Of course.
So many conspiracy theories that they have between Katt Williams and Joe Rogan, and just having bro talk. So it depends if you believe in it or not. I really loved the conversation. I think it was good. It was slow paced, but I'm gonna leave it like right there. Katt Williams and Joe Rogan just sharing ideas, leaving it up to us to decide whether we believe it or not. All right.
Verbal or life.
If you enjoyed the content, go ahead and subscribe. See you guys on the next video. Peace.